Good morning to Mr. Racz Geza. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Greetings to everyone.
Thank you for accepting our wish and desire to talk to you. And we have a very special occasion, and this is Kagylokurt magazine, to which you're editor-in-chief. Is that correct?
Yes, and thank you for the invitation. And I also feel that it's a real phenomenon to provide such type of information as the Kagylokurt. This is like a spiritual alternative for the seekers of reliable spiritual alternatives. Yes. And we've been running for the last 30 years in Hungarian. Yes. And I think this is quite an achievement.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, and what is the current issue now that you have published?
The last issue is about the karma. This is like an all-time favorite topic. It's never enough to speak about this rule of life and existence. Yes. Because there is always, we are bound to act, so there is always some action. And if there is an action, there is always a reaction.
Yes, we'll cover this topic in a moment with you. And this is issue number 62?
Correct.
This is number 62. And for those who know us, they practically have the issue, and we would like to express our gratitude for those who support us and all of our readers. But for those who never knew such a magazine existed for 30 years, can you tell us a little more? How big is your magazine and where it can be found? And if you can provide more information, and what are the articles there or the materials?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please.
So this magazine was started by our master as a spiritual guide, and he had the very great determination to show some basic rules of spiritual alternatives, spiritual life, yes. How to lead a more responsible lifestyle. So from the very practical level up to the highest conceptual level, he tried to show some alternatives, and I think still this is the mission of our magazine, which is published online also.
Yes.
Many articles are available online. You can find that on kagylokurt.hu.
Wow,
and also we have the printed material.
Yes.
For those who like the old style of publications.
It's just exquisite when I'm just mesmerized by some of your issues. That's great work and great design. Well done.
Yeah, we try to harmonize between the spiritual message and the visual look of the magazine. So therefore it's a little austere, just to help us focus the attention on the words and on the message. So that
it's black and white in photography, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. It's very stylish.
Yeah, sometimes less is more. This is a basic principle for us.
That's great. And when you mentioned spiritual alternative and spiritual way of life, is it related to a specific religion or some form of spirituality, or it's more in a universal way giving a message to the public?
I think the last, what you mentioned, basically this is not religious in the formal sense of the understanding, but rather a general spiritual outlook, and to seek the possibilities of a higher awareness of what's going on around us, externally and internally. So yet we try to show the parallels between the Oriental and the Western ways of culture and approach and theory and philosophy and yoga and responsible lifestyles. So definitely we feel that in the Orient there is a lot to learn, and many Oriental countries like India with ancient cultures, or the Buddhism as has a spiritual way of expression. They've got a lot to say to us presently here in the West, and therefore we try to have this bridge concept, how to find the parallels, how to find the references that we can apply presently in our daily life.
And also, you're not making geographical bridges, but you make something like time bridges, because you're also historical in a way, and you provide insights into history. Am I correct?
History in general, this is not specifically a scientific historical magazine, but definitely as one dimension of our life is the time, experience of time, like past, present and future. Throughout all these differences and the waves, how time is changing or moving, we try to find something eternal that is permanently with us. And life as an experience, life as a spiritual journey. I think this is the permanent side, what we try to stress.
Mm-hmm. And you make something like examination and research into old text, sacred text.
Correct. That is always included. Mm-hmm. So either the references, of course, we try to go through some basic important materials like the resources that we try to find and make it available. And meanwhile, all the time we try to publish something original. So we have a team of translators who dig into the topics, into the subjects, and we try to bring something ancient and fresh, something very traditional and very applicable to the readers.
Great. And so it means you make some kind of research of sacred texts, and you put them,
Correct.
And you put them in the magazine, and then do you give some practical meaning to them and classical meaning?
Sometimes there are purports where it is necessary. Other times the text explains by themselves. So we try to provide the references and also the food for the thinking of the people. So we don't want to explain, we don't want to give a final word, but we want to show something that you have to digest for yourself, that you have to try to investigate and to find the relevance for you, for yourself.
Oh, that's really great. So am I getting you right that spirituality is a part of every human being's life, and it's not only life as a whole, but everyday life?
Well, in the ancient Chinese tradition, they say, for example, that without religion or without the spirit, you cannot understand what's a human being. So this is like a feature of the species. Human species without the spiritual surcharge, it's without meaning. So if we want to find the better part of our life, and if we want to enlarge the horizon of our understanding, definitely we have to consider the spiritual part.
Wow! So this is like the celestial part of a human, like heaven. And earth and human, and it's the heavenly part.
Yeah, we can say that the human beings are like composite beings.
Yes.
And one half is an angel, and the other half is sometimes like a devil. So we have to meet, we have to face ourselves where we are presently. And my suggestion is that we should cultivate more the angelic side, the spiritual side, because that sounds better.
As I've been able to observe your work through the last 10 years, more or less, internationally, I can see that apart from this personal level, there is this social level also. And it seems that not only a human being and a human individual has the heavenly and not so heavenly part, but also society has the finer, the more subtle, and this spiritual part, which is very practical. It's not abstract, it's very practical.
Correct. Society is, we are trained to think that societies are made up of individuals, But sometimes we can think the other way around, and we can see that the society as a whole is broken down to individuals. So we have to find the starting point. If we start from the individual and then we build up a greater structure, or we see the big picture and then we see the elements of that picture. So the big picture in that sense is the society, and the elements, the fragments of that picture, or the pixels, better I say, they are the individuals. So there's a basic approaches to the same phenomena, and we try to provide a harmony and to show one way and also to represent the other way of approaches, in order people can choose and decide which is more feasible, which is more applicable in their life. Because in one way I feel that every question is deceived on the explained and decided on the top platform, not on the basic platforms. Yes. Because the basic platforms are like consequences, secondary.
So like the head is leading in the spirit.
Correct. Correct. So if we can identify properly the target, the meaning, the ideal, then we can apply in the other fields of the consequences.
Oh yeah, that's great. So in this respect, Kagylokurt is providing a whole society, and all of your Hungarian speaking friends, it's providing a spiritual side to the story.
Yeah, because one Western opinion about society is like a definition that society is the community of people where they intentionally try to demolish their own life. Wow. But I'd like to find a better, a more positive definition of what society is. And maybe we cannot really change or influence too much the mainstream things in mainstream tendencies in a grand scale, but if we improve our own lifestyles, and if we help in our small little circles that we can reach, like family, friends, the scope of interest, etc., then these small little islands will meet and will unite in one sense. So there is a chance in a longer run to have more impact, more positive impact on the way of thinking of people in general, and also in society on a grand scale.
That's a great vision. That's a great vision. Well, let's hope that's our future. And can you tell us a little more about the name of the magazine? What is the meaning of Kagylokurt? Is that a conch?
Yes, correct.
Shell? Yeah.
It's a conch shell, and actually that was a choice of my master, who was the father of this magazine, of this forum, so to say.
Master is like teacher?
Yes, yeah, my spiritual guide.
Okay.
And he chose this name because it has got many different meanings. In the Oriental societies, like this is a spiritual symbol.
Yes.
The symbol of the victory of spirit over matter.
Spirit over
also,
matter. Okay.
Yes. Also, that was a kind of instrument for communication. In the islands, they used this as a sound system of communication, the conch shells. And also, it's got another symbolic meaning. It is like a spiritual cornucopia, so that provides the reach, the access to spiritual information and spiritual traditional visions, etc. In this way, beyond the welfare society, we try to create a spiritual welfare for the society.
Oh, it's like the source for spiritual abundance and prosperity.
Correct, exactly.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that was a great conversation, and we're so thankful to you that you still provide to all of us this opportunity, because this is a rare chance. And we wish you a great success. Thank you for this conversation. I hope it will be a series of conversations.
Well, I'm also looking forward and hope to meet you in the upcoming years and with the next issues also.
Oh, well, that's great. So, Mr. Racz Geza, Editor-in-Chief of Kagylokurt magazine, thank you so much and have all success.
Thank you, and also thank you for the attention.
Thank you so much.